Tied ball game.
Run, B! Go, 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 go! Three. Woo-hoo-hoo! Do it, buddy! Go home! Oh, baby! Look at that! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Woo-hoo! Yeah, B-boy!
Look at that.
Welcome back into the house. Welcome back to the house.
Someone's making fun of my intro. Welcome back to the homestead. This is not embarrassing, McKenna. Stop. Welcome back to the homestead. Well, I'm just here at the trailer supervising Devin, who's been working all day for me. Good job, Debbie. Anyway, I'm excited to report we are at 1,000 subscribers. So I want to thank you all for doing that, for sharing it with your friends and family. And if you haven't, you can still repent and do it. I'm just about ready to go head off to a fire truck because Bryce just got state champions, baby, in baseball. Now there's two reasons that's phenomenal. One, state champions, and two, baseball's over. So this video is gonna be filled with a whole array of randomness. I got a little video on frogs, on fish, dead fish, birds, crawdads, sheetrock, cherry trees going crazy in blossom, and Keisha's cute hairdo. You don't wanna miss that one. But that'll be at the end of the video. I want to start the video with just a little bit of a rant. Why do we do homesteads? Why do we prepare? Why do we just keep ourselves right now so flippin' busy and on task? And I think it's an important message. It's something that I have really felt like adamant to share with you, my new friends, my digital friends, my friends I've never seen. Because if you think about it right now, we are totally lulled away into a false security. You know, we've been hearing that there's all these things that are happening and things are bad. We've been hearing that for so long that I'm afraid, and my warning is that we're all getting complacent. It is not the time to let up. I feel that with my whole bones, baby. Every fiber and muscle and hair, what little's left, is telling me, do not let up on the gas. Whatever you're doing, keep at it. You know, it's funny because we have all of this disarray around us. You know, 11 days ago, there was a report that we had cocaine in the White House, the people's house, the most secure place on earth, apparently. And after 11 days, you know what happened? They closed the investigation. No fingerprints on the bag. We have no cameras. We cannot tell who it is. I'm like, what if that would have been anthrax or some other substance? I mean, it is crazy. The nation's house has turned into a crack house. Now, this is not any kind of bipartisan rant. This is our partisan rant. It's bipartisan. This is all of our issue. We all, no matter what persuasion we have in politics, this is an outrage that we can lock hands in. This is ridiculous. And I mean, it's ridiculous that how many impeachment inquiries would be sent out right now to everyone involved in the current White House if it was somebody else in power? I mean, go ahead and argue with me on that. But we saw, you know, during the last administration, there was an impeachment inquiry that was set up, for the minorest of offenses. And then they all were vindicated. But here we have tons of evidence and we have people that are not following the crimes. Guys, that's bad. You know, I hate to say the cliche banana republic. Isn't this a banana republic? You know, and America has fallen. Well, honestly, you know, if you look what's happened with the election, you look what's happened with J6, you know, the director of the FBI, Director Wray, was just in front of Congress. And if you didn't watch that, go to C-SPAN and watch it. If you think that all is well in America, go watch that testimony. Here is a guy that has presided over all these controversies, and you know what? He's still in power. Man, that's ridiculous. When you don't get incompetence out of the way and go find competence, you have what is currently known as current day, latter day America, where we just allow incompetence to reign and there's no consequences for evil and ineptitude. I mean, under Director Ray's watch, there's some reports saying that we have had over 1 million FISA violations. What that means is over a million Americans, you and I's of the world, of the nation, who have been surveilled illegally. If they're to surveil, it's supposed to be limited and it's supposed to be within a constitutional bounds. Now, if you don't believe the 1 million report, there's another one done by a judge, and he says that there's over 200,000 violations. So 200,000 times that Americans were surveyed, or their phones were watched, or their social media was tapped into, etc., that shouldn't have happened. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Because do we trust the current situation with the power to surveil and to be bipartisan? Absolutely not. You know, it was something that they had testified under oath that, you know, during the horrible riots of J6. I don't want to say riots even, but the debacle that was January 6th, that of course there was no feds involved in that. Except, you know what? Now they've had to admit that there were informants all over. And suddenly people like Ray Epps, who was trying to sue Fox News, then it comes out, oh, he's now finally under investigation for what a massive part that he had in that whole debacle. Well, holy crud, how long ago was that? Okay, threading the needle. Why am I bringing up all this stuff? Now, by the way, don't go leaving on me just because I have a political opinion, because I love everybody. Here's the deal. All of this stuff is happening. And what does that have to do with a homestead or preparation or your garden? It has everything to do with it. I'm saying that right now, things are maybe worse than any time in our lifetime. Everything happening in Ukraine and Russia, that's continuing. The bad thing with that is maybe everything we've been told is a lie. You know, we were told through this narrative that Russia is getting defeated and Ukraine's getting their butt kicked. And it sounds like actually that might be the opposite. Russia's saying they have plenty of munitions and Ukraine's saying we've ran out. You need to send the big stuff. And meanwhile, Ukraine is denied NATO, and I mean, everything's just an absolute crap show, right? And so that's heating up. Well, everything with Taiwan and China is getting worse as well. You know, I just barely heard Governor Naum. I think she's a South Dakota governor. She's pretty awesome. But she was talking about, with the current crises coming up, that she's worried about medicines and shortages with medicines. And we've heard that before. And it goes back to my point. Don't get lulled away into a false security. I know we thought we were going to have some medicine shortages at the start of COVID. We kind of did. You know, for some people, it was a very real situation. But just because things absolutely unraveled during that horrible debacle doesn't mean that you should let up. If you can store some medicines now, I mean, we have a very competent, in my opinion, governor saying that she is stocking up for her state. Well, we should as well. What I'm getting at is that things are actually worse now than they've ever been. So it's not the time to let up. It's the time to double down. Now, we can do that in our homesteads with positivity and with purpose. And that's what I'm doing. Even though I like to come and just singe your eyebrows a little bit with some of these headlines, my main goal is to keep all of us working. Keep our shoulder to the wheel. Push, baby, push it along. I think that's an important message. I see a lot. You know, in the comments, maybe you guys can tell me what's on your radar. Okay, we're gonna get to the homestead right now. And again, the homestead stuff is gonna be random. But you know what? I haven't been back to this video for 10 days, and that's the longest space I've ever done, because I have been so busy. I know that you're so busy. I'm just saying, don't let up. Don't make an excuse. Get to work. All right, enjoy the content. Here we go. All right, Devin has got something to show us. Show me, folk.
Oh my gosh, YouTube.
YouTube. You see all the crawdaddies? Look at those mean old boys.
Them are only big ones too.
They're huge. Well, there you go. Well, it's just another day and another project. We're getting sheetrock for our little remodel. And I just had a thought kind of come to me. I know we've talked about how now is ugly time to be building a house and doing a remodel. And I mean, I know that. My head is in economics and kind of into what I think's coming. And I get it that normally I wouldn't do a project like this, but we really felt like now was the right time despite the high prices, you know, because you look at all the material that it takes to do a remodel. You know, I'm still burned from during the pandemic when we had all of the shutdowns and we had the supply shortages. That occurred mainly when we were right in the middle of building the greenhouse. And it's a lesson I don't want to lose to memory. That if a project's right and you feel the go-ahead, you know, really you need to get it done. You know, is everything going to be fine and supplies continue to be great and plentiful and interest rates go down and costs tank next year with a slowing economy? Maybe. But still, the message I felt was that I needed to move on that house, so I did, despite it all. Now, I'm not saying that you need to rush into something that's overpriced and expensive, because I do think that now is still a very bad time to buy. Prices are still high, rates are going up even higher. So if we are going to see a tank in the housing market, you know, we're just barely rounding and maybe slightly down. You know, I'm definitely not giving financial advice, so don't misconstrue it. I'm saying actually sometimes, for me, I actually have to suppress logic and move on what comes to my heart. If the prompting comes, you got to act. And that's what that is all about over there. I've been trying to save up and get liquid to pounce on when we have a housing crisis or crash, and that hasn't happened, but I'm still moving because it's what I was kind of felt like and told to do. So anyway, I hope that you can cut and paste that idea into your homesteads on smaller things. You know, I know even just getting your a little bit of that food storage on a budget can be a tough deal. I get it. But you know, the best thing I can say is seek the promptings and then follow them. All right. Well, I'm headed to a 2-day camp out. That's why my hair's all disheveled. No need to shower to go camping. So yeah, we're taking, I think we're gonna have about 20 youth, 2-nighter, right in the middle of sheetrock and everything else. But you know what? Life is never not going to be busy. You just gotta roll with it, baby. Hey, you kid. Let go, dog.
Devin, I am not even videoing you, you crazy.
Give that one to Bean. I managed it.
Do I do it?
You grab the shoes. I'm holding out for management, so. Well, it's another year, another time to stock up. We missed first cutting, so we've got a farmer that is going to give us 3 ton for our stock up. This one doesn't have very much alfalfa in, maybe 30, 40%, but the next one will be straight alfalfa second cutting. So anyway, maybe this video will turn out to be store up for winter. And yes, you have to start in summer. So Becky, come see if you like this.
Mom, look at my trip
For YouTube! YouTube will love it! Will that work?
Yes.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
10
that's
bells.
awesome.
Normally, I think we would just do 5
Mm-hmm.
in here. Because then, or that's 6 right there. So Anyway, 4 to 5, and then we'll just store the other 3 ton elsewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
That work?
Love it.
All right. There you go. It's a little crowded.
Dump it out.
All right, what have you 3 been doing? Wow.
Here, dump more. Oh my gosh, she's dead probably.
Those are toads. There's more in
I
there.
seriously just have toads.
Here, go let them go places and then I'll
Sienna,
give you
go over
more.
by the okra.
I'm trying to scare her. There you go.
Wait.
Little buddy.
Bryce, do you want to let some go too?
You guys come over here and then put some up on the grow beds, okay? Alyssa, right here.
Oh my gosh.
Be careful with them.
Wait, where?
Put 2 right here. Sienna, come here.
I just have Hurry, pick him up. Here, I'm gonna give him some more. Okay, Daddy.
Put some of them up here. Most of them put up on the ledges.
Bro.
Go eat you some slugs.
Here, Sienna.
Oh, wait, what's that? Dad,
Hey, put 1 up there.
do you want to see how fat this is?
Okay, put some up there, bud.
Do I just eat him?
Yeah, put them up there.
Eat him?
Throw it, yep. Hey, Devin, put 3 or about 5 on this bench.
Okay, there's no. We're almost.
Right here, bud. So put 1 right here.
Oh, sorry. One just jumped here, right here.
Yep.
Here, let me go get some more.
Wow, he looks really happy.
Hey, Nate, come look at the freaking leech looking thing.
Where is it?
Yeah, don't put that in here. What the heck is that? Bryce, put another one of those over here, bud.
What is that?
I don't know.
Brycey, come here.
One second.
Well, I need it right now. I'm videoing you. Well, we found out why the greenhouse started stinking. Debbie brought him a couple of fish. But move, Keisha.
That one's just good. This one's bad.
Look at that one in there, though.
That makes no sense.
We're going to give him some fresh water since he's been living in death. All right, go give it to the chickens.
That's disgusting. Welcome back to the homestead. Okay.
I'm just out here with Becca, Mrs. Homestead, acting like I'm helping get the chicken eggs. Look at that, by the way.
Yay.
And we just saw something extremely exciting. We're gonna be grandparents with all of these cherries. Can you see that? This is our first year of it producing, right?
We had a couple one other year.
Like a couple as in we could name them, just a couple. So pretty exciting. That whole tree looks like it's doing great. This is gonna be the best fruit year of all time. Go. Oh, that's amazing. Whoa. Do it again.
Mom, does it not hurt your head? Super hard.
So-
Shake your head
Who did that? Who made your hair that way?
McKinney and Sweat.
McKenny and who?
I did my necklace.
Oh,
Wait,
2 peas in a pod. Smile. I just want to show you the greenhouse production. So this fresh salsa is from the green. Seriously, the greenhouse. The lettuce obviously is multiple types of lettuce, right, Mama? And is this the last of the cauliflower, or do you have more? I mean the big one. This is the last of the big one. Broccoli, beets, and our carrots for our BLTs. Now the,
These are tomatoes.
oh, sorry. I'm distracted and I'm tired. Tomatoes. One thing I didn't do was the bacon.
These are grown in the greenhouse.
Bacon?
The bacon, we grew it. There's a bacon tree out there.
All right, Mr. Bean, what are we getting ready to do, buddy?
Go on the fire truck.
How come? Yeah! Okay, thanks for watching. Hey, as a reminder, like and subscribe. Me and Bean want to get this message out, not his baseball message, well, yeah, that too, and the homestead message out to as many people as we can. So if you comment, if you like, if you subscribe, you help us out. All right, we'll see you next time, and thanks for watching. Oh, and if you made it to the end of the video, let me know. All right, peace out.